Heavy Metal Magazine is taking their fan culture to the next level with a digital-only Angry Mob zine. It's like their fan publication. It's so cool. Hey everyone, it's Tom, it's FANzine Live. We are doing a special new release that most everybody, I'm guessing, who's looking at this probably has never seen before. It is a digital zine. I have had it printed out so that we can look at it here under the camera. This is called The Angry Mob #1, published by the New Heavy Metal Publishers. This is a fascinating discussion of how a big-time publisher can convert their crowdfunding support into an ongoing, for lack of a better word, fan club. Now, I did the binding and the printing on this myself. I had it done at my local UPS store. My buddy Rick totally set me up. This thing is gorgeous. But this Angry Mob concept comes from the fans who subscribed or who supported the initial Kickstarter. Heavy metal had a dickens of a time getting off the ground. And then when they did, they ended up sending out their magazines to comic stores before they sent them out to their Kickstarter supporters, which really honked off the Kickstarter supporters. Because of course you throw in a couple extra bucks, you expect special treatment. And they got less than special treatment because people could pick a book up off the street, a magazine off the street, instead of getting it in the mail. Then when they did get it in the mail, there were all sorts of shipping problems. The first issue was not great from a logistics point of view. The content was good. I really enjoyed reading it, and we've got a video on it elsewhere where we look at both that and its French counterpart, Metal Hurlant. But the fans, the diehards who contributed to the Kickstarter, were just beside themselves. And so the gang at Heavy Metal started referring to, and I'm going to say us because I was one of the Kickstarter guys. I wasn't quite as upset as everybody else. They started referring to us as the Angry Mob. And they have since turned the Angry Mob into a fan community. I mean, you've heard of the Merry Marvel Marching Society. This is kind of the heavy metal version of it, and it's going on as we speak. And they're leveraging the tools of social media, Discord. They've got a thing called Circle that they use, an app of interest, of communication, of feedback, of inspiration, and really of building out a community. So yes, Heavy Metal is a good magazine. I like it a lot, but I had no idea when I signed up for it that they were going to go in this totally seemingly organic way, now culminating in a FANzine, a zine for fans made by Heavy Metal. This was a freebie, folks, so I wanted to share it with you, and you can get to see what is kind of behind the scenes in this fan club called the Angry Mob. We've got discounts and stuff that we can do, t-shirts, web store purchases, and we've got variant covers, and we've got physical subscription discounts. You're doing slipcases. They've got other marketplace things, some original sketches. They do a little bit on the history of the Angry Mob. They did a logo contest. They also did a scavenger hunt. Then they did a fan-created one-pager by a Sarah Francis in how this monster delivers heavy metal to the door. Mobber of the Month, a profile interview with this gentleman who goes by the name Tennessee Fats. And it's a meaty interview. The layout on this is gorgeous. I am learning every day when I see how stuff like this is done. They've got another piece coming out soon, or maybe it's out already, called The Illustrators, and it's Art of Glamour Pictorial History of the Pinup, Illustrator Special #1. Heavy Metal is known for his cheesecake art, so kind of know that that's going. Illustrators Quarterly. Another fan piece here. Look at that. And they give you some process stuff on how it was done. There's a profile piece on the centerfold artist, a guy named John Lucas. This is the cover artist, a guy named Dr. Vince. A San Diego Comic-Con recap. Great photos. They apparently were handing out these special patches to Angry Mob members. Little background little time machine stuff about when National Lampoon owned heavy metal. Then, and I don't quite understand what this is and why it's in here. This is a heavy metal style piece, fantastic heavy metal quality art, and I don't think this is going to show up in Heavy Metal Magazine. I mean, you've got aliens and you've got kinkiness, and I mean, it's heavy metal for the heavy metal lovers. So it's an interesting piece there. You got another one with Ad from back in the day. Then they had a gallery opening, tied together the notions of the heavy metal magazine with heavy metal music. And they even had Dave Navarro and Stephen Perkins from Jane's Addiction there, because Navarro did this artwork that's behind him. So they do some photos from the opening. And here are the pieces that were in the gallery. Really, really neat. And then here's the presentation of it. Love the Edgar Allan Poe right there. And you really get a sense and a feel as a Angry Mob member of being part of this larger heavy metal community when you're reading this stuff. And sneak peeks from Heavy Metal number 3, because number 2's already come out. So here are pieces that are coming in number 3. What a great way to get people to come back, or perhaps to subscribe. This is great looking art. And then here are the forthcoming covers. Cover A, cover B. And then with the, I guess they call it the trade dress, the logos and barcodes and stuff like that. And then here are the heavy metal list, numbers 1 and 2 cover variants. It looks like these are all the variants for issue 1. Here are all the variants for issue 2. And then the back cover, which is just a recreation of the front cover. So yeah, Angry Mob, what a neat concept. What a neat way to build out community for the Heavy Metal magazine, proving that you can do more with your zines, more with your magazines than just create and make content. You can actually try to take it to the next level. And hats off to heavy metal. They're doing it better than anybody else I've seen right now. I'm impressed by this. I'd love to know what you think. So let me know down in the comments. Leave your thoughts on this. Are you a member of the Angry Mob? What's been your thoughts about how heavy metal has handled this fan community? Does this make you want to join the Angry Mob? Do these types of zines, be it digital or paper, do they interest you? I think this is really fascinating. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to FANzine Live. And of course, tell your friends, because you don't see this stuff just anywhere. You see it here. And I would love for everybody to get a chance to see it here. Thank you so much for watching. This has been Tom. This is FANzine Live. I will catch you next time.